Okay, we're going to chapter 3, organization chart structure. Yes, yesterday we discussed about the project methodology, and now we look into the chapter 3 organization chart. So organization chart, there is a gap, and also there's a different way of project organization. Okay. First question, advantages and disadvantages. Okay, there is a hierarchy structure, managing operation personnel, traditional structure. Describe the advantages of traditional or classic organization structure. So what is the advantage and disadvantages? So in my PowerPoint slide, I also have this one. What is the traditional organization chart? It will look something like this. This is classic or traditional. There is one matrix. Matrix, you will see something like this. See, you are now, the first question I ask you about this one. What is the good thing of traditional? Or what is the characteristic of the traditional organization chart? Not simple, but what is the main keyword for this one? What is the keyword for this one? I mean, what is the when you this normally when you do your internship, you'll see this one. This is the CEO or something, right? Elaborate on easy management. What do you mean by easy management? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Correct direction, but what you haven't mentioned the keyword for this one. What's the keyword for this kind of things? What can you elaborate on this word authority for this organization chart? What happened to the authority dimension when you do traditional organization chart? Which one is clearer? This one or this one? This one, right? So advantages of this one, the keyword for traditional is authority. And then one is what? Your authority, you have what? Report. You know which one to report to. Okay, authority or responsibility is very clear. Function means function. Then you know who you report to. You report to only one person, or functional manager. Okay. So you elaborate on these two, and then what is the disadvantages? Is you think on the extreme side, right? Good side means you have a balance of authority. You do one reporting. Then advantages, you usually elaborate on the extreme side, like what happened. It's like a moral class lah. Like what happened if we have somebody have this one authority. Again, this traditional one, who hold the resources? Who hold the resources? Huh? Client. You still remember there are four main characters in our story? Sponsor. Functional manager. The sponsor. PM. Functional manager. and operation unit lah. This one lah. Okay. Now, what happened to the resources in the traditional organization chart? Disadvantages lah. You think are disadvantages? Okay. So means the resources is very limited, but not limited lah, but they are. Try to find a better word for limited. Like it's only like okay, production can only use by production. Finance only can use finance things and so on. Huh? Okay, so these are the few keywords that you can elaborate, right? So advantages, you have a specific managers. All right, so I give you all the answer. Okay, so still we elaborate on the authority keyword. You have specific reporting to a specific manager, and your budget and costing easier to manage because you know where to report to. Okay, and you're still reporting on the 4 main project success keyword: cost, time, quality, and customer requirement. Okay, so you talk about cost. It's more easier to manage, and you effective control of technical and expertise. So you have a very specific department to go to. Like if you have finance problem, you go to finance. You have engineering problem, you go to engineering department. You want to develop new product, you go to R&D department. Very specific. Okay. Flexibility in the use of people resources. This one is because you have a very direct reporting officer. You can go to the direct head of each department. You want to say, okay, I need your help. So the response is very fast, either yes or no. Continuity of procedure and policies. This one, because you have a very strict procedures. Like first step, you have to go to finance, clear the finance, receive PO, then you go to the manufacturing and so on. So like the client have to pay the money first. After the pay the money, or they have to raise a PO. After PO, then have to approve here and there, and then only you can produce the part. Very specific. Disadvantages is that for this so no specific responsibility for project. This one is for project, means this one traditional one, they are manufacturing or product focus. They are product focused. So you elaborate on the project. So means this one, they don't have a specific responsibility for project. Project is this side. Okay. Coordination is difficult because they are strict to their own department. Functional, they are very following their own department. And also here, politics issue. If the production manager don't work with you, then gone. Then you stuck at production. And because you are rely on a functional unit, the influence of the strongest functional group is there. So if the company is doing services products, so if a certain group or certain group of people, they are quite good in their sales, normally the resources will go to that functional groups. So this one, they have this one, influence of functional group, strongest. Response to customer issue may be slow, maybe slow. Tendency towards functional loyalty instead of project loyalty. This one is more on loyalty. The loyalty is to functional. So advantages and disadvantages, you can elaborate on loyalty. This loyalty normally is on the disadvantages side. So again, memorize 3 from here. 3 advantages, the advantages. In fact, all these points are inside the PowerPoint slides. Our PowerPoint slides. There are lots of advantages, disadvantages. So they are all. Okay. Okay. So you are given you the traditional. So the question you haven't seen metrics. So go and focus on metrics. Okay. Which one of the following organization structure will provide the most effective platform for building a high performance project team? We use the word project team. Provide rationale means reason to support your answer. Your functional, metrics, and projectiles. You know do you know how to draw the projectiles organization chart? You just modify this one. This one is functional. You modify this one to project A, project B, project C. Yeah, it's the same like this one, but project one, you modify this one to project, project A, project B, project C. And inside here got function, got people function people here, like production, engineering, same. Which one? Which one is project team and why? Dion, what is your answer? Why? Why? This one is more on, it actually asks you more on the advantages of projectized organization chart. Why? That's how we cover question one, we cover on this one. You just elaborate. Authority. What happened to authority in the project team? Okay lah, and this one. So because prioritize of pure projects, so again, authority, you look at the authority component, elaborate on that. So if we projectize, then project manager lah. If it's a traditional or classic one, is a functional manager. Metrics, both. It depends on negotiation because they are at the same level. Project manager and the function manager, they are same level. So you have to negotiate based on your skill. Okay. Team dedicated and so on. So these are the few reasons. Dedicated team is a dedicated resources to the project with no other priorities. So it means they focus on projects. The resources go to the project rather than go to the specific functional groups. Project team performance review are linked to project success. So the KPI performance review are based on the project success. You go back to the traditional one. The success or performance review are based on P&L or profit and loss of the functional groups. But for projectiles or project based, the P&L, project and loss, are based on the projects. Okay, this one come out once in the test or final exam. Match type of structure that is correctly characterize the description. You have functional, you have metrics, you have project. Metrics, you have weak and strong and balanced. So you have 14, is it 14? 14, right? You have 14. Okay. So again, you work on this field keyword, authority, who you report to, what sources. You elaborate on this one. So you based on the keyword there, you know already. First, project manager have little or no authority. Where's the attendance list? Who haven't signed? Jingjie, what is the answer for the first one? Project manager has little or no authority. Which one? Which one? Functional, good. Project expeditor. Expeditor. Can someone look for Google? What is expeditor? What is the meaning of expeditor? What is the meaning of expeditor? Expeditor or expediter? What is the meaning? What is the meaning? Huh? You read, then you explain to me what is expeditor. What does it mean? What do you understand about the word? Okay. Means they are coordinator, right? They are coordinator. So project coordinator. Which one? Okay. So I'll give you number 1 is functional. Number 2 also functional. Right? Number 2, expeditor is coordinator. What is the meaning now? What's the meaning? Expeditor, a person who expedites something, employ industry, ensure work of each job progress effectively. Okay, number 2, I quite conservative about this answer. Number 2, it can be, I think, is projectized. Or this one is a bit general. Number 2, a bit conservative, because the definition for expeditor is what? Is a coordinator, or is a facilitate okay, company's department, or within a company departments. Okay, this one number 2, I'm a bit conservative. So it's a bit neutral thing. So, but the textbook answer is you go to functional. Project manager has some authority. Have some authority. What do you think? Have some. What do you think? Weak matrix. Okay, weak matrix. So some means it is towards this functional already, but it still have authority. Project manager has a high to total authority. Projectize. Okay. There is an equal. Equal, you know lah, balance lah. Equal means balance. Okay. Project manager has a moderate to high. Moderate to high and not total. Moderate to high means strong already, no? Okay. Project coordinator, weak matrix. Project coordinator, weak matrix. One clearly defined manager is a functional. This is manager. You do not mention project. Manager here is functional manager. Manager. Okay. Staff member are grouped by their specialties. Functional. Okay. Project group are done independently. Project. Okay, so it can be projectized. Team member are often co-located. It's matrix, but you don't know which one. It can be co-located. Okay, so textbook answer is projectized. Okay. Resources report directly to project manager. we use project manager. Okay, projectize. Project manager has no control on the project budget. No control. Of course, cannot be metric already because it say no control. So it can be functional. Project manager has full control. Projectize. Okay, all right. So if you see metrics, you see metrics weak or strong, it depends on the degree, low to high or to total. And then it's always mentioned both. We always mention both in the metrics, like functional manager and project manager. You see these two mentioned together, then it will be under metrics. This is the textbook answer. So again, we just take this out. You check our slide. Team members are often co-located. To me, it cannot be functional for sure. It cannot be co-located. Functional cannot. Right? So it can be either matrix or pure. Right? Okay, so for 11, I guess why 11 is in the textbook, it fall into 11 because if you here you see balance, weak or strong, they usually use a degree like high to total, no, high to total, low to high, and so on. Okay, number 4, matrix organization. Again, advantages, disadvantages. So again, you elaborate on the authority, reporting, and resources. Okay, so this one also I give you the answer. So for the metrics here, resources, metrics here, they have a good on resources because they need to share the resources. They need to negotiate with each other between the project manager and the functional manager. So better utilization of resources. You need coordination. Expertise of functional unit used more effectively because they are grouped and then they mix together. And here, actually, all the team members know actually what has happened to their another projects. So they can do a lot of coordination. Oh, project A have to rush, then project B, you can still hold on. So the team member, they can communicate. Project manager as a coordinator and may have some authority. So this one is advantages for project manager. Disadvantages is an extreme point. So functional resources must manage multiple priorities because functional here is you only manage your own priorities, right? But when it comes to metrics, you need to share. You need to think of which one you need to give priorities because you are sharing resources with the projects. Okay. Schedule conflicts. This one on the metrics. Conflict between project manager and this one is when the communication breakdown because they are at the same level. So when conflicts come into this one, okay, this one resources and conflicts. Okay, number 5, explain the difference between authority, responsibility, and accountability. So this one also very textbook definition. So you also can elaborate the Gantt chart with these 3 keyword: authority, responsibility, and accountability. So give you the definition. Okay, authority is the right to do something and also make decision. The right to make decision is authority. Responsibility is you are performing the task. You're doing the task, performing the task related to task. Accountability is you answerable to the consequences, you are answerable to the loss, for example, the loss of the projects or consequences. Okay. So I highlight all the keywords. The keyword authority is a rank or right to make decision. Responsibility is to perform the task, about tasks, performing tasks. Accountability is answerable to the consequences. Means accountability usually referring to the negative side and not negative. But what happens if the project fail? Who take the blame or take the responsibility, the accountability, responsibility. Okay. Number 6, explain the term enterprise environment factor and provide example. So this is not inside our slides, but also important for project management. So explain the term enterprise environment. Okay. So enterprise environment factor can be culture, location, facilities, marketplace, legal restriction, and industry standard. Okay. Is not under the project manager, cannot outside the control of project manager. So these are the things that you can elaborate if the question asks you about the environment factor. What can affect the decision of the project manager? Then you use these few keywords. Culture, location, infrastructure, marketplace, legal restriction, and industrial standard. Define the term stakeholder. This one also you see this one in the, I think, chapter 2 question. Stakeholders. Example of stakeholders associated with the projects. Stakeholders that they involve and they can affect the result of the projects. They are a person directly involved and they can affect the projects. Okay. So example of stakeholders, PM, project team, sponsor, customers, they are the character inside the stories in our project management story. Sponsor, customers, contractor, supplier, business unit, BU. Business unit also can also call functional units. Business unit, they also call functional units. Okay. Why the organization culture considered to be enterprise environment factor? So this one, question number 6 is under here, right? Marketplace condition, enterprise organization culture. This one, culture. Why organized culture considered as an enterprise environment factor? And what is environment factor? Enterprise factor is outside the control of project manager. So this one we consider with the norm have been developed over time. Okay, the keyword here is there because the culture you need time to develop, so it have been there over the time, and you elaborate on what is the disadvantage or what are the effect if you have this organization culture. So it will create internal barriers and influence the success process. Okay. So you elaborate on the time dimension, example, and so on. Okay. Okay. So this one is the same like question 3 just now. Right. Complete the table below. Influence the relationship between this one. This one come out in the test 1 or test 2 previously. Okay. So I think you can fill in. So functional structure, weak metric, balance metric, strong metric, and prioritize. So we look at a few dimensions. First, we look at authority. Authority. Okay. So this one there is a slide here. Is inside the organization structure of the projects. And inside the okay. Okay, so this one This one I give you, right? Do I put inside the thing? No. No. Okay. All right. But anyway, it's summarized inside the answer here. There are a few degrees from none, little to high, or almost total. For example, authority. Structure on the functional, no or little. Projectiles is high to total. Then balance is low to moderate or moderate. Weak matrix is limited or low. All right. Strong matrix is moderate to high. Okay, so you have four range here. So based on the project manager authority, you did understand. So resources availability, what do you think? Resources availability. So for functional, it will be little, and same same as the above. So as you move towards the projectiles, your resource will be high. Who control the project budget? This one is on a position. So still back to our main character in our stories. So who control the project budget in functional? Who do you think? Huh? Functional manager. So, and then you move on. Functional manager. Mix. Balance is a mix between two. The mix means functional manager and or project manager. Then it moves towards that side already. Strong metric means towards the project manager side already. Okay. Then, okay, then another table, project manager role. Project manager role, functional structure. Of course, you know, project manager is very strong here. Same. So they are full-time, part-time. Full-time, part-time. So project manager, when it's in functional structure, they can be part-time. Means they just work as a part-time. Then move towards full-time. Okay, part-time and full-time. So this one, previous mistakes, when I ask this kind of question, student will use low and little to answer this one. It's not low and answer. If you see the role is either full-time or part-time. So if you write low to none in here means wrong. All the answer is wrong. And previously, there's only one question for this one. Each box 1 mark. So one whole row wrong, 5 marks gone. This one for test. So it's very easy to score and also very easy to lose mark in test. Okay. Project management, administrative support. So this one also part-time to full-time. So project management means towards this side already. Part-time, part-time, full-time, full-time, full-time. Okay. Okay. So basically, it's still telling the differences between the organization chart. What is being, who is the authority, who is responsible, and who is accountabilities. Okay. So number 10, we are half there. Move a bit faster. What method can be used to improve coordination of workflow between functional units without changing the organization structure? Let's say you are the traditional. How do you improve the functional units? How you improve the coordination? Where's the attendance? Oh, okay. 支相. So if you are someone inside here, you are the executive level. How do you improve the coordination among this manager here? workflow. Like you have finance, you have production, you have procurement. How you improve the coordination between these three bodies, three business unit. How you make sure finance he communicate with the other department. Means you hire someone. If you hire, then you change the organization structure already. You put somebody inside there. You still remember we talked about template, we talked about policies. So what you can do? Okay, you can work on that dimension. Okay. So you have you well define the enterprise environment factor, which is, for example, culture. You have a well defined your culture means how you works in the company. Some company their culture is they have to be transparent. They have transparent and also reply. They will have a hidden rules. They need to reply within within a day or within 3 days. You need to reply. For example, in Inti, our staff we need to reply to your message within 3 days. 3 days or 1 week, I forget it. There is a policy there. Okay. So you establish rules and procedure. You make them okay by when you need to give answer and so on. Utilizing standardize, you standardize the planning process. You use template and so on. And hierarchy referrals and escalated process means the way you do it. The way you do it. Okay. So what are the major disadvantages of using pure or prioritized? So this one also you got to read the slides on the advantages and disadvantages. So just now you view a few tables, so you basically you can guess what is the disadvantages of pure projects. Just now the low to high and so on. So you elaborate on based on that table. Right? What is low in that and so on. Okay. So these are the few answer. Okay. So again, you keep using the word projects. Resources linked to the projects is not easy to transfer. Resources often held on a project longer than necessary, resulting in loss of opportunities. Loss of opportunity here is more on the bidding, more on the because especially when you do bidding, you have limited resources. You may be losing the project because you don't have the response time. You don't have the advantages in the response time. Okay. So what is the major disadvantages of matrix type? Also this one in our PowerPoint slides, right? Okay. So power struggles here because you are going down and to the right. Different priorities, conflicts. You see, the word conflict still appeared in this organization chart. Shifting people between project cost delay. And because you're you're mixing around, so you are very hard to build a specialized skill. It's like everything you do, but you don't have the specific. Here you have, here you can, functional group you can. You put inside manufacturing or engineering, then you are upgrade yourself in that specific department. Okay, 13. Organized structure may vary. What factor should be considered when determining appropriate structure of managing projects? So this one. So also there's a slide for this one, how you choose your organization chart. So the first one is what? What is your guess? Akil? Yeah. 13, try to guess what is your answer. What factor to consider when you choose Which type of project here? How you choose this one? How you choose this one, and this one? If you ask you to make decision one, use this keyword. Complexity. Complexity of the project, size of the project, big or small, and what else? Resources. Like the table just now, right? The table, there are a few columns to fill in, right? That you use that keyword to decide. You based on what the table just now, the resources and what else lah? There are many Product size, duration, location, and so on. So time, resources, location, size, personnel, experience or resources that you have. Okay. 14, describe characteristics following PMO. PMO is a project manager, project management office. Project management office on supportive, controlling, and directive. So I'll give you the answer. Right. So characteristics of each PMO structure. So if you are supportive staff, you are consultative role, you provide trainings, and so on. Controlling means you look for compliance of a certain framework. Okay, framework means rules or guidelines. Directive is take control of the projects and manage project directly. So there are three keywords here. Describe three elements. This one also in chapter 1, we talk about talent, triangular talent in PMI. There are three keywords there. Okay, three keywords there. Technical, business, and leadership. Okay, technical skill, your business skill, and leadership skill. These are the three talent in the project management. Three. Okay, so these are the three keywords for the triangular. 16, refer to the following. Function of leadership or management. This one. So also there is a management and leadership comparison. Okay. So administrative is management. Develop a team is leadership. Okay, let me flip back the slide here. So management you means you manage means you control the thing. You control and do things right. The keyword here is do things right, means there is a exact way of doing it, but leadership is do the right thing. So then you elaborate based on these two. Okay. If you manage something, there's a certain way of doing it, means do things right. But for leadership, is do the right thing. Do the right thing means you ask why, you build trust, you develop people, influence people. So management, you solve problems. Leadership, you give vision, motivation, inspiration. Based on the slides, control means manage, right? Do the right thing. Okay, do the right thing. Means control. No lah. This is this question too simple. Too simple. Cannot. Okay, so focus on system structure management. Encourage. Encourage. This one is leadership lah. Encourage. Long vision. Vision is leadership. Ensure things are done right. Manage. Challenge the status quo. Challenges the status quo is leadership. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Review each other. Their enterprise environment factor. We already give the definition of that one. EEF. And which one is the organization process assess? OPA. Okay. Okay. Give you the answer lah. Organization culture is EEF. Infrastructure is EEF. Risk data is OPF. So I give you all lah. So E, E, O, E, O, E, O, E. Okay, this one true or false? Give you a statement. Jeremy is one of the best engineer in the company. And he have an idea to grow the company. A new revenue generating project. I use the word project and not products. Everyone in the company knows that Jeremy is an expert in the field. There will be 8 people assigned to the project team. Most of them will be part-time. Part-time. Just now in the table, you have full-time, part-time. So now, most of them, they are part-time, except for Jeremy, who will be the full-time project manager. Okay. Best organization form for this project will be weak matrix. True or false? False. Okay. So what is the best organization chart? What is the best? Project, projectiles or strong matrix. Because why? Jeremy now, he have full authority. He's a full-time project manager. If you refer to the table just now, if you are a project manager, they are full-time, they are strong matrix or project. Employee will need to get permission from their functional manager for all decision on the projects. True or false? False. Why? Because the best organization chart for this one is already, is either strong matrix or project. So this statement is they need permission, means they are traditional, or this one, the traditional organization chart. In this type of organization form, action item tends to be resolved quickly. True, huh? Yes, it's different. The highlight here is the Jeremy and how we manage. You can see the role is given to the major role given to the Jeremy. I tell you, he's a full-time project manager already. So in the table just now, like part-time, then full-time, right? So it's either matrix, you can guess this one, either it's matrix or project. It cannot be here. Here, if we say Jeremy was promoted to engineering department manager, then it becomes this one. And then the question is towards this direction. If this one is mentioned already, if full-time project manager is project or matrix, strong matrix. But strong matrix, you will mention like, oh, he need to coordinate with functional manager and so on, and give you, they need to negotiate on the priority of the project. Then this one. To resolve conflict, then this one. There are two words here lah. Resources conflict is normally linked with the matrix one. Yes. Part-time can be can have authority also, but it's just that the degree of responsibility and accountability here is different. Means maybe the pay rate is also different. Part-time usually they pay low compared to full-time. Okay. And part-time they can be assigned to other project also. It can be part-time for your team, but they can be full-time for other teams. Okay. Determine answer statement true or false. Now I'll give you another scenario. Elaine is placed in charge of the project and expected to last close to 2 years. The project is 2 years time. So the project have a high. Then this one is, it gives you the first statement already give you is a short, long, or medium. Right? There's a definition for short and long. The project is high importance to company, and functional manager has agreed to allow assigned resources committed full-time to this project. So most likely structure of this project would be project organization, true or false? True. Elaine would have responsibility for wage, salary, administrative for the assigned resources. True or false? Who hold the decision now? Project manager. True. So Ellen can expect to have best functional resources assigned to her project. True or false? You read carefully. The functional manager has agreed. You agree what? Hey, why false? Have agreed to allow committed to his projects. This one, see, I reserve the true or false answer. It can be true, it can be false. But this is the textbook answer. Okay. You can argue why it's true, why it's false. Okay. Why is false here? What is the possible reason? Why the textbook put false there? Okay, so this one false is because function manager agreed to allow the assigned resources to committed full-time. Here it do not mention best. It do not mention best, but again, this C section is a bit gray area. It can be true. Yes, correct. So yeah. Basically, this 19 is to test whether you're aware what is the rule.